What's up, Irish fans? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com, your home of the Ursuline Irish all season long. Coach's Corner State Championship style, sponsored by Bellaria Pizza and Ryan Kelly. Can't thank them enough for all they do for not only YSN, but also Ursuline Athletics. Joined by Coach Reardon. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Great to be here.
How's the week been, I guess, Coach, is my first question. Crazy week. You come off a state semi, and then it's probably every day's downhill from there. Talk about the week a little bit.
Yeah, so this week, it's incredibly hectic. And, you know, I've been through it before. Most of my staff has been through it before, but the kids haven't. And, you know, you try to prepare them for what's coming, you know, in the form of just all the extra stuff this week, you know, and I don't know if you can fully appreciate it until you go through it. You know, media, for example, you know, it's great. We're getting a ton of coverage, but, you know, this is, you know, probably the 17th interview I've done this week. And, you know, we're blessed to have the coverage, but it definitely throws some extra stuff into the you know, into the normal flow of things.
No doubt. Coach, I want to thank you for all you do for us at YSN, from all of us, no doubt. I want to take you back to the summertime. I remember seeing some social media stuff. You practiced at Benson Stadium. That seems like such a long time ago. Here you are going to go there tomorrow, play for the state championship. How important was that for the kids to get over there and see that and be a part of it?
Yeah, so I think you have to go back even a little further than this past summer. You know, from the day I got hired, we've literally talked about being a championship football team every single day. You know, and I think that's really, really important to talk about something like this. Otherwise, you know, just human nature, the people involved may not think it's a reality or a possibility. And so from day one, going back to February of 2019, I mean, we spoke about it, and we were a long ways off. You know, a lot of our seniors were played early on, and you know, they definitely had a lot of growing pains in the form of losses over their freshman and sophomore year. At the end of their sophomore year, going into 2020, you know, 2 years ago, almost to the day, we loaded up a bus and we took the entire team to the Division IV state championship game in Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. And the thing I wanted our kids to see, it was twofold. First of all, many of them had never been in that stadium. So I wanted them to see what happens, what the stadium looks like, what the pregame looks like, what the, you know, just all the stuff that goes on, all the fluff, I guess, that goes on during that game. And I also wanted them to see that athletically, we were not far away from the teams that were playing. We needed to learn how to win. But, you know, during that game and on the bus ride home, there were a lot of individual conversations I had with kids about, you know, tell me that quarterback is that much better than our quarterback. No, our quarterback's just as good as him. Tell me those receivers were better than our receivers, or tell me our receivers couldn't have beat that DB for Licking Valley, and so on and so forth. So we had a lot of those conversations, but the visual of that day, I think, was very, very powerful in getting our kids to believe that we could get there. Going into the 2020 season, we had to take that next step and learn how to win, particularly when it was a tight football game. And you know, we had several losses in 2020, but we also played some really good football at times, and the season ended very disappointing in a very disappointing fashion. But you know, our kids, by the time playoffs came around, we were playing well enough to compete for a state championship. Our kids believed it. Everybody in our program believed it. And I think that's why it was so incredibly disappointing how the season ended last year, above and beyond, you know, a normal playoff loss. So then coming into this year, you know, we kept talking about the same things, and we made it a point to go practice over there in July. We got on the field for about 2.5 hours. We did some individual stuff, you know, just within our team. But then we also, for the second half of it, we got together with Canton McKinley. We did passing scrimmage, and we did some drills and whatnot with their team. But we had a lot of time over there where we were in the locker rooms. We saw exactly what the nuts and bolts of the stadium was like. And, one thing that we do literally every single day, first 5 minutes of practice before, um, it, before we start meetings, before we take the field, we always do 5 minutes of just dead quiet with our eyes closed in our auxiliary weight room, where we watch film, and we just clear our thoughts, and then we always do a couple minutes of visualization, and we visualize a number of things. We'll go through some of the plays we're calling, some of the defenses we're calling, special team situations,
Sure.
and ask our kids to really visualize them doing their job, perfectly, whatever their job is on that particular play. And then, yeah, we visualize celebrating in the end zone, how we're going to do it, after DeMarcus scores or Brady throws a touchdown pass or whatever the case is. And, I'm just a big believer in that stuff. But in order to do that stuff, we had to show the kids what the stadium looked like, what the flow of the day was going to be like, and everything else, so they could put themselves in that situation when we visualize. And I think it's a real powerful tool, and that's, to me, that's like maybe the secret ingredient that a lot of teams don't do. We do it every single day. So
I love it. I love the secret ingredient. I think it's a great idea. With Coach Reardon, Coach's Corner. State championship tomorrow, 10:30 against Clinton-Massie. I'm proud to be on the call with Ian O'Brien tomorrow. We'll get into Clinton-Massie. Coach, 20 years ago today, the Irish bring home their first state championship. I saw some media clippings and news clippings. I was the basketball coach there, was a part of that. You win 3 the following years. I guess everyone is different. I want to ask you, I know this one is special. I get to talk to this group a lot. The thing that impresses me about you, your staff, and these kids, they remember how last year ended. And it's not only just for this senior group, it's for that a lot of those senior guys last year that didn't get that opportunity. How special is that when you hear your kids talk about these kids that didn't get that opportunity?
yeah, I think it's real important and real special. I know a bunch of those guys are going to be at the game tomorrow from last year's senior class, and a number of them have been at our playoff games, and they stop up at practice quite frequently, and it's still pretty fresh in our current team's mind about what happened and how it happened, and the incredible disappointment we had after that late Catholic game last year. And the one thing that we told those graduating seniors last year was, this team was going to go win a ring, and that was the goal. And when they did, those guys from last year are going to get a ring just along with them, just like they were part of the team, because they are.
I love it. I love that. I love it with all my heart. Let's get that ring tomorrow. Port Clinton last week, got a chance to call the game, Coach. Could not believe how big they really were. I mean, I've talked with you guys, and you gave me the sizes, but until you get the eye test in front of you, they were monstrous. And I thought your kids did a great job. I think the thing that maybe I wanted to ask you, conditioning on your end, I think has been phenomenal. I've watched these playoff games and see your linemen go hurry up and want to go quick and just kind of wear good teams down like Port Clinton. Is that one of the strengths of this team, is their conditioning?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something that we talk about all off season, and we probably do more conditioning in the off season than most high school football teams do, because of the style of offense we have. And, we want to play fast. We want to keep our foot on the gas pedal. And, this week and even last week, it was contrasting styles. Port Clinton, they want to wear you down by running the football. Clinton-Massie wants to wear you down by running the football and just grind on you all day. And it's a different type of conditioning. It's a similar mentality, but philosophically, how we get there is different. So, we feel like our linemen are in better shape than anybody we play on the defensive line, just because, whatever that number is, 50, 60, 70 snaps, our guys are used to playing at a very high pace. And we just feel like at some point in time, the nose guard of the other team, the defensive ends of the other team are not going to be able to keep up with that pace. And, the thing that's something that our O-line has really grown to take pride in. They didn't like it too much 2 years ago.
I was going to,
but now, it's not uncommon, even in the first half, they'll come to the sideline, coach, their D-line is gassed. Keep playing fast, keep going, get the play calls in. And, it's something that they take great pride in. And again, it's just a different type of wearing someone down. I mean, there's different ways to do it. Clinton-Massie wants to run the ball 60 times in a row and wear you down that way. So it's just different, but similar mentality.
Yeah, I love it. I had a chance, Coach, to talk to Hayden Dorian last night, and he kind of lamented what you said, that as the linemen, they all get along so well, and they know when they see one of those guys break a long one that they got to get their butt down the field and get ready to go because it's coming. Love that mentality. But state championship, you've been a part of all these. You've had staff members that have been a part of them. Is that a key for you guys? I want to say yes, it is. You've been a part of all these. You know what it takes. How key is that? And Clinton-Massie is a good football team who's been there before also. Yeah,
absolutely. And two proud programs who have won a lot of games over the years and won multiple state championships over the years. If you look, we pulled up their record over the past 10 years. They have 2 state championships, multiple regional runner-up. They had another state finals appearance where they lost, and their worst season over the past 10 years, they went 9-2. That was their worst season. So
we'll take that, right?
Yeah. So a 9-win season is your bad season over a 10-year period. That's pretty good, So, they certainly know how to win. They have a formula that works for them, and so do we. So it's contrasting styles and philosophies, but 2 proud programs that know how to win. And, I think it's a fantastic matchup.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. We'll have it for anyone that can't go on YSN Live tomorrow. Tune into that. But Irish Nation, they need you in full force. Coach, it's been a great support from the community. I know it'll be bigger and stronger tomorrow. Talk about Clinton-Massie a little bit. You said 2 different styles. I know they want to just continue to run the football. And, Coach, for them, their best defense is going to be their offense on the field. Talk about this football team a little bit.
Yeah, so they're a team I read this stat. I think the number was 45. They've thrown 45 passes the entire year in 15 games. Okay. So, depending on the flow of the game, we could throw 45 passes in one game, but
sure.
Definitely over 2. Definitely contrasting styles. So they run the ball very effectively. They're very confident in what they do. They have good running backs. They have a good quarterback who runs the ball effectively as well. Their offensive line plays with, tremendous confidence. And, so that's them on the offensive side of the ball. On the defensive side of the ball, they're a team that they don't give up very many points. Part of that is their offense keeps the opposing offense off the field. They tackle very well. They're very, very sound. The other thing that if you look at their stats, I thought it might have been a misprint. Maybe it was. I kind of hope it was a misprint. I read that they only punted 13 times this entire season. That's in 15 games. Okay. So less than 1 punt per game. I mean, that tells you what kind of offense they have. So they're very good in getting in short yardage situations. So 3rd and 2, 4th and 1, and they're very confident that if they're in 4th and less than 5, that they have a good chance to get the first down. And a lot of times they'll go for it unless they're deep in their own territory. So, hopefully we can add to that punt total.
Yeah, let's add to that. I was just going to ask you. So when I call punt formation tomorrow, that's a good sign for Irish Nation.
Yeah, that's so if you add up their punts and passes over the entire year, it's less than 60 combined. Yeah. So that I got to believe that's probably some sort of record or something. That has to be a record. Give them credit. They're very, very good. They're well coached. What they do offensively is a part of their DNA. They've been doing it for a bunch of years and they do it well. And, so we talked about our offense, we talked about their offense, and usually what happens in games like this, it comes down to which defense plays better because both offenses are very capable.
Yeah, I like the way our defense is playing, Coach. And again, I go back to no disrespect to who they've played and the regions they play, but that region that you went through and that semifinal opponent had you prepared in so many ways. But it's go time now. I hope you get a chance to enjoy the rest of your day. I know a rally's coming up. The kids will enjoy that. Get off their feet. On my end, I'm excited to see you guys tomorrow, and wish you nothing but the best from all of us at YSN, to your staff, you, the kids, and let's get that state championship back to where it belongs in Youngstown, Ohio.
That sounds great. We're excited. And, I think you were talking about maybe some of the coaches' experience. So, most of the guys on my staff have been through it either as a player and or a coach. The Benson community has been through it. The adults in the building have been through it.
Plays big dividends.
But none of our kids have been through it. And,
right.
and the big thing is just trying to, through our experiences,
settle them in.
Help them to know what to expect, help calm their nerves. And, I think the big thing is just go out tomorrow and have fun. I mean, enjoy it, embrace it. It's, our seniors have 48 minutes of football, maybe an overtime or two if it comes to that.
That's
but,
okay. Whatever it takes.
They got 48 minutes and we just talk to them, relax and have fun, enjoy it. And just, I know me, I told our kids tomorrow will be the most relaxed they see me. I will have a smile on my face from the time I get up till the end of the day.
Right.
And, this is what you coach for. This is what you play for. And we're here. So enjoy it, and you never know if you're going to have another opportunity. Seniors will not, the young guys don't know, the coaches don't know.
Sure.
So, it's something you just got to go embrace it and have fun and enjoy the moment.
Well, go do that for sure. Opportunities aren't given, Coach. You know that they're earned, and you and the coaching staff and this football team has earned the opportunity to play in the state championship against a good team. And there's no doubt in my mind that there's going to be a lot of happy folks driving back to Youngstown with a state championship. Best of luck, and we'll see everybody over at the stadium tomorrow.
All right, Steve, I appreciate the coverage. Thank you.
All righty.